Comparing yourself to others. This is something that my narcissistic mom has drilled into me. This that feeling of inferiority, of basically comparing my siblings to me. And it's also been a black cloud in my life. Or even in school, there's always that better student. Someone who's faster, thinks quicker, or does their work quicker, or does the computer quicker than I do. Things of that nature. Or even in the workforce, there's always that someone that knows how to do something better than I do. And this is something that has really been a struggle for me because that I was programmed by my narc mother to feel inferior with her comparing me to my sisters, bio sisters. Looking back now and looking at it now, I realize that I'm glad that I'm getting therapy because it's also caused me to self-sabotage myself and hold myself back. And now that I'm not allowing it to happen, I'm seeking therapy myself to really change this way of thinking about comparing myself to others and feeling inferior towards certain workers that do some things better than I do or learn things quicker than I do. The way I've dealt with that and the way that my therapist has helped me deal with is, yeah, they may be able to do certain things better and maybe quicker than I do. But there's always going to be something that I can do well that they can't. And looking at that, I would say that I'm more on top of things quicker than people are. Because even at my own job and what I do now, I'm a better organizer than some people that do certain things at the job better than I do. But I am a better organizer than a lot of people are. When I'm giving a stack of work, when I'm given paperwork and reading the cover pages and I start making notations on certain work orders, I'm ahead of the game. And I would have somebody say, well, make sure this thing gets a P tag, or make sure it does this, make sure that this type of work order gets this. And I told a person, I said, well, I've already documented it on some of the work order sheets that this one particular work order needs a P tag. I've already done that. He looked at his face like, wow, she's on to that. So I discovered that I could do something better than a lot of people, and that is to stay ahead on things, stay on top of things a lot better and quicker than some people that are better at me than I am on certain things. And that makes me feel good. And that also something that my boss has even said to me that I do better than anybody is that I'm also a better team player than some of the people. And that makes me feel good. But it's what I feel within myself, what I value in me, what I see in myself. I mean, it's good to know that my boss gives me great feedback. I have a great boss. And it's also what you say, not just with a job, but just like with bowling, I love. There's always going to be a better bowler than I am, but then there's also too something about my game that maybe this person can't do well. So it's always how I deal with that is to kind of reframe that and say, well, you know what, okay, this person's better at me doing this particular skill, but you know what? I know there's something that I can do better that this person can't do. So that's how I deal with comparing myself to others. To find something in me that I know that I'm good at and say, okay, this person may be able to do X, Y, and Z, but then I can do A, B, and C better than this person that could do X, Y, Z. And then that really takes the focus off that person and back onto me where it should be, as far as feeling good about myself and not feel so inferior, but not feel superior to where I think I'm better than anybody, no. But to feel not inferior, but feel like I'm just as good as anybody else, no matter what I do, whether it's a job, a sport, writing, fitness, anything, you know. So, yeah, narcissism does leave you with a very heavy residue. Residue means a way of thinking, and it does make you feel very inferior, and it does really set you up with certain thinking traps and making you feel stuck. And so therapy does help in the ways of help me being unstuck. And like I said, I have a very good therapist. And even though, like I said, this therapist may have not, most likely has not experienced or lived with narcissism, but there's still some things in therapy that I can take out of that I can bring into therapy and direct it the way I want it to be directed. Because I'm saying, hey, this is what I need help with. I've struggled with this since I was a kid or coming up or in my early adulthood, caused by the way I was brought up and the surroundings that I was in growing up. That there, has helped me back. And now that this therapist has helped me feel unstuck, my confidence is even getting stronger and better every time. So, here's my tip about not feeling inferior. And it takes, like I said, it takes some time and some working with, just doing the work and just working with doing the work takes time. And the quicker that you can catch on to that way of thinking, the more better and mentally stronger that you become and that you will be unstuck. You can really unstuck yourself from what a narcissist has stuck in your head. And you can start to feel better about yourself. But it's only possible once you make the decision to stay and maintain no contact. And I know all of you are very capable of doing so. And you can do it. You can do it. Your day will come. But you take it one step at a time, like I always say. Make progress. So this is Mary Ellen signing off. I hope this helps. Thank you. Take care. Bye for now.